Hello guys, it's really nice to see you all and I hope everyone is doing really good and staying safe at home. This kind of sounds like a tongue twister to me, like staying safe. Yeah, staying. So let's check that. So why am I making this video, or why are we making this video? Okay, who is that we? Who is the other person that we? I'll come to that later. Probably let that be a surprise to you all. Okay, so why are we making this video? So in this video, we thought of discussing about one of the major or one of the most important question that we would have all come across during the interview process. I mean, everybody would have attended a lot of interviews, and this question is one of the most important question. In fact, this is the question with which the interview starts. Tell me about yourself. Sounds familiar, right? Exactly. Though it sounds too familiar, the approach that we have taken, or we often tend to underestimate this question. This question is really very important, okay, when it comes to an interview, because this question actually sets the tone for the interview. But we often tend to skip that. I mean, we often ignore this question. We don't prepare really for what needs to be told when this question is put forward to us. So in this video, we thought of suggesting ways or suggesting how to approach this question. Okay, so before even we get started with that, let's see how we have been answering to this question all these days. Sir, my name is Karthik. I was born in Madurai and I did my schooling in Madurai for a few years and then happened to move to Chennai, and I did my college in Chennai as well. I secured like 75% in my 12th standard, and my father is actually a businessman and my mother is a homemaker. Do we really need to answer these kind of things in an interview? I don't think so. Doesn't that sound too boring? I mean, do you think an interviewer who asks this question will be so much interested in knowing about your personal things? I don't really think so. Okay guys, you really don't have to trust me. Let's hear it from the expert himself.
Tell about yourself. It's such a cliche, don't you think? When you go for any interview, any organization, when you meet any interviewer, the first question they ask is, tell about yourself. Why do a recruiter ask this particular question, tell about yourself? Have you ever thought about it? Like what Karthik has said, they're not expecting you to answer about your family, about your education, about what you did in the past. It's more of an icebreaker. Like we both meet, and the interviewer, I just want to know who you are from a professional standpoint, and it also sets a tone for the interview. And then by doing so, I also get to know your soft skill. Like I know how you are able to articulate your message, how you are able to communicate with me. So this is one of the reasons why they start with tell about yourself.
Okay guys, now do you trust me? See, you've heard from the expert himself, right? So now that we know what tell me about yourself is and why it is being asked in an interview, let's get to the next question, which is, okay, what would be typically the expectation of an interviewer?
What do the interviewer expect from you when they ask this particular question? Have you ever thought about it? First thing is, they try to understand what is the strength of you actually, or yourself actually, what is the strength you have, and how that strength, or maybe I would say skill, has enhanced your previous, like whatever career you have followed so far, how that has been helpful in your previous organization. And if you have done any awards and achievements, like have you done anything great in the previous organization, they expect you to come up with an answer. And by combining all these things, they try to find out whether you would be the right candidate for the particular organization that you're going to work for.
Great, right? The question sounds like pretty much straightforward and simple, but based on the answer you give, there are a lot of evaluation process going on, right? Sounds really very interesting. Though this question remains the same, the answer that you give is not the same. Okay? It varies from person to person, and also the format that you follow will also vary. The fresher needs to answer this question or approach this question in a different way way, and when it comes to an experienced professional, the respective person, based on his experience, he or she has to approach this question in a different way. So let's see how a fresher needs to approach this question first.
For a fresher, what we expect is like let them know why they choose this particular career, like why they choose this particular job. Maybe like from their early childhood days, they have been very friendly and like they try to help their elders, their friends, their colleagues. So since their passion was that, like they found out or they believed that they could excel very good at the customer facing role. Or maybe like they could say like you give me anything, like even during my school days or even during my college days, I believe that I'm good at selling. So that is one of the reasons I wanted to become, or I want to become an SDR, or I wanted to reach out to, or I want to become an account executive. So align whatever that was there about your soft skills or about your passion that was there earlier, align that with your current job role that you're being selected for.
Interesting, right? I hope every fresher watching this video will find these tips provided by Ramesh really very helpful, and I also believe that they would take this approach going forward when they attend interviews.
Like I would divide it into three, like the past, present and the future. So when I say like the past, so what motivated me to choose this particular career? Like again, like coming back to sales, maybe I was very good at selling anything. Like during my college days, one of my friends was like very good at like convincing us to buy any product that he is passionate about actually. So we always used to tell them, because like you're very good salesperson, so you can just tell about that particular passion that they had actually during his college. And then whatever that you do right now, like say for example, what you do right now with the current organization. So you can talk about like how you have achieved the target, or how you have won multiple awards within the organization. And then you talk about the future, which is like the company that you're being interviewed. So you can just say, by bringing in your experience, by bringing in your skills, how both the organization and yourself will be able to gain a win-win situation or have a win-win situation. So that way, like you will be able to easily convince your interviewer that I am looking at the right candidate and I can go on to the next round, or I can move on to look further into this particular person's profile.
Experienced people out there, I hope you found this really helpful. Okay, now that we have discussed a lot about what needs to be done, we should also be aware of what shouldn't be done, right? Let's quickly discuss what are the things that you need to avoid when you're asked this "tell me about yourself" question.
Like something like, where were you born, or where did you do your school, or where did you do your college, or how much percentage you got. So how many your personal things about, like when I say personal things, I'm talking about your family. So nobody is going to be interested about it. So these are things that could be avoided. Now with respect to hobby, so hobby is like a tricky part. If you believe that your hobby is something that you can explain a little bit or align your hobby into the role that you're looking for, then it makes more sense actually. Like then you can just talk about your hobby.
Awesome. I strongly believe the information provided to each and everyone in this video is super helpful, and I also believe people who underestimated this question has got a different opinion now, and they have got like revisit their approach altogether. And if you have any other suggestions or any other approach that could have possibly been taken for this question, you can feel free and drop them in the comment section. And also if you have any feedback for us, we're always open to feedbacks, constructive feedbacks. You can have them dropped in the comment section again. If you like this video, please hit the like button and spread the word. Thank you. We'll meet again in a different video.